Alright, so I'm here to test the Roomba and how good it is on hardwood flooring with some protein powder and some crushed popcorn. Also the same thing on the rug right here to simulate carpet cleaning to see how well this does. Let's see how well this goes. As you can see, the path that it did go on, it basically got all the protein powder and all of the popcorn, which is surprising too, because a lot of the other robo vacuum cleaners I've seen, they do the protein powder pretty well, but the popcorn is where they usually struggle with. So I'm generally impressed with how well this thing sucks up the bigger debris. And now we can go on to the carpet test and see how well that does. Well, the robot vacuum didn't want to go straight, but it did go through the protein powder, and what I can see, it seems like it got most of it, maybe a tiny bit left on the kind of grooves right here, but this is where it didn't go through and this is where it did, and there's a major difference. Basically got like 95% of it, which is impressive. Now we'll try again with the popcorn on the carpet here. And as you can see, basically all the path that it did go on went straight to the charger. And the path that it did go on, there was no popcorn whatsoever. This was popcorn right here, slightly out of the line of the Roomba's suction at the bottom right here. So if it did go through this, I would assume it would get it also, because the path that it did go on, there's no popcorn whatsoever. Now we can do a third test with protein powder and popcorn at the same time and see how much it picks up with the powder versus the solids. Oh, basically all of it. As you can see, it got basically all of the popcorn, but still left a little bit of the protein powder. There's about it got maybe 90%, 95%. This is the part that it didn't pick up. You can see how much there were on here. So I would say this did a pretty good job overall. Now it is time to test the feature of it being able to go home. This is pointed in this direction while the home charger is in that way. Let's see if it can find its way home. There it goes, and it's charging now. And to go over the accessory that it comes with it comes with an extra air filter manual. This is the charging dock. This is the cable that charges and plugs into the charging dock right here. This is a standard wall charger, and this goes into the side of the charging. I can explain the underside of the Roomba. Basically, this is where the filter is, where once it picks up anything, you slide this out and basically you empty it out with a garbage can like this. But you can also take this apart if you want to. All you gotta do is take this knob right here. It comes open. Then two knobs right here on each side of the filter. Take this out. You can replace this, clean this, and vacuum this. Also with the brush too, you can take this out and clean it. Basically open both sides of the yellow. And you can take each of the brush out like this. Take it out and basically clean it like that. It can be completely removable too. You can get this and take it out. So I just want to go over some of the features I've noticed on this vacuum. Basically with the app essentially is that you can schedule your cleanings. You can do a lot more effective cleaning with that. It can be a daily dirt cleaning. It could be a dust cleaning. It could be a debris cleaning. Anything you really want, you can program it into the app. Or using your voice assistant to activate it and use it like that too. There's a 3-stage cleaning system that this does, which basically has the dual multi-surface brush, where one of them is for hardwood flooring and one of them is more for carpet cleaning. So that's why you get best of both worlds. Not to mention the edge sweeper right here can get to the size that the ones are not exactly in line. So if, let's say, there's like dust and debris right out in here, this can basically gently sweep that up and get it all into here. And not to mention that the app can basically learn your voice, so you can activate this using Google Home or Alexa, and you can basically do this hands-free. Adaptive navigation, because of the kind of lasers on front that can really see things a lot more intelligently than a lot of other robo vacuums, meaning that it is able to navigate around furniture a lot easier. Not to mention be able to sense when the stairs are about to be coming up and preventing itself from falling over. Not to mention it's really neat feature where it has kind of lasers, I think down here, this one, and this one, where it kind of shoots down and kind of sees and senses dirt, so it's able more powerful way to kind of suck up dirt and kind of clean it because it knows it is there. Not to mention with full battery life, this can last up to 3 hours, which is pretty good for what it does compared to a lot of the other robo vacuums that gets a lot less hours. And because of this, because of the app too, you can really have this going and schedule, maybe want it going just before you arrive home too, so you can schedule it that way and come home to a clean house without you having to do anything. Not to mention the auto adjust head basically adapts the height to what you are trying to clean. Basically, if it's hard floors, it will go low a bit more. If it's carpet, it comes up a bit higher. So it really uses a smart technology to sense which one it does and can really provide you the best clean that it can. So now I wanted to go over some questions some people have had about this. First of all, is the Roomba able to navigate and learn the kind of multiple floors and surfaces of my home? And yes, because I've said before that because the heads down here can adjust the height depending on type of surfaces that you have. If it's hardwood floor, it might need to go a little bit lower. If it's carpet, it might need to get a little bit higher. So it really adjusts the cleaning based on the surface type. Will the Roomba remember the last cleaning location if it needs to recharge? Once it finishes the cleaning cycle and it goes back to recharge, it will always start a new cleaning cycle. So you might have to kind of work around it in some way with the app to kind of get back to where it was cleaning before. Can you operate the Roomba without Wi-Fi? And yes, you definitely can, because there are really simple buttons right here. The first one is just the middle one. You click it, it starts going. The circle right here is basically a spot cleaner. Anywhere that it is particularly dirty, it'll just circle around and go, get some bigger and bigger and bigger circles. While this one is the home button. You press it, it basically just automatically goes back to home and start charging until it's fully charged. How much clearance does the Roomba need to go under the bed? The Roomba stands at a height of around like 3.7 inches. So anything above that should be good. And that really is good for most furniture, because not even in my house, I have really many or at all any furniture that goes below 3 inches. That is very, very steep. So yeah, this should be good in most situations. Does the Roomba come with a virtual wall? No, you have to buy the virtual wall separately if you do want that, but it by itself does not come with it. Can the Roomba clean the high fibers of a shag carpet? The Roomba basically can clean up to, I think, 1.6 centimeters. So if your shag carpet measures above that, it might not be able to clean it. And if you do want to run it above that, it might not be a sufficient amount of cleaning. So you can choose to use it at carpet heights above that, but just to keep in mind, they might not be super good at cleaning those type of carpets. Is it possible to schedule a specific time and day for the Roomba to start cleaning? And yes, this is all able to be programmed into the app. It's super simple. You just click the day, click the time, and you can have it run when you want it to. Can the Roomba work with a 220 volt power supply? Yes, the charger that it comes with ranges between 110 to 240 volts. So your 220 volts will be able to be used with this Roomba. Just want to go over what makes this better than the competition. First of all, being the smart controls. Not only can you control it, obviously through the buttons on the machine, you can control this with the app that it comes with. The setup is pretty simple and pretty intuitive. Not only that, you can control this with voice commands through Google Assistant and Alexa too, which makes it super easy and convenient to use. Also, it has adaptive navigation because of the lasers in this machine. There are some running through here, and there are some on these 1, 2, 3, 4 here. This is for sensing the kind of furniture or anything that's coming ahead, so it doesn't go full speed at any obstacles coming ahead. And the sensors on the bottom here basically senses the dust and debris on the floor because it shoots a laser down and kind of sees what it needs to clean. So it's really intelligent in that way. Not only that, this thing can also sense if it's about to fall off the stairs, meaning that once it does sense that, it can stop its operation, preventing it from harming itself rolling down the stairs. Not to mention, this can be really effective at cleaning multiple surfaces, hardwood floors, carpets, and any hardwood surfaces, because the brushes back here are able to auto adjust, meaning that depending on the surfaces that you're vacuuming, it can go lower or higher to maximize the suction and effectiveness when it comes to cleaning. Like I said, because of the lasers at the bottom, there is intelligent dirt detection methods that can really make sure that it's cleaning most that it can really thoroughly, ensuring that there's no spots left being dirtied. Home integration, because of the height of 3.7 3.7 inches, I think. So it can basically go around your home entirely on most furnitures and on most beds especially, that you can go under and not be restricted in any way. So you can rest easy knowing that this will clean basically the entire area of your house. Personalized cleaning schedules too. You can program what day and hour to clean. Basically, if you want to come home to a clean house, you can program it to start a few hours before you come home. This has a max capacity of 3 hours on a full battery, so that is quite enough time to clean most homes. So when you do schedule that, it will automatically do its job and go back to its charging station before you even come into the house. And if you partner the app with a lot of the home's presence sensing features that you have around your home, maybe you have some smart technology that it can sense when you're leaving the house and when you enter the house. So basically can clean when you're out of the house, so you don't have to hear the noise or kind of accidentally bump into it when you're around. And if you do have those features around your house, it can know to clean when there's no one home. Not to mention the actual brush themselves, because of the way this thing is built, you can actually take this apart and basically take out the brushes, all of them, then just clean them by themselves. A lot of the robo vacuums, they don't have this feature because obviously it costs more to do this, but you can basically wash this, vacuum this, whatever, and it's super easy to clean versus having to try to clean them while they're inside of this thing. Not to mention the dustbin can also come apart. You basically open it through here and basically get the filter out like this, wash it, vacuum it, whatever you need, because a lot of the robo vacuums don't even come with an air filter. So I just wanted to go over some TLDR for this vacuum. It can work for carpeted and hardwood floors and adjusts the brushes based on the surfaces that it's cleaning. Hands-free operation, but you can use the buttons here. Edge sweepers around the corners. 3 hours on a full battery, and it can go back to its charging dock automatically. 3.7 inches in height. There's laser technology to see upcoming obstacles so it doesn't bump into it too much. There are lasers at the bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4 here, to ensure that it knows the dirt and really gets every spot with no dirt left behind. Voice commands with Google Assistant and Alexa, and can also schedule day and time cleanings on the app.